Fregley.
Alright, I'm going to click onto Chikorita now.
There we go. Johnny, have you got the spreadsheet up?
Yeah, spreadsheet is up.
Alright, this is Gotta Rate 'em All Gen 2. Pokemon.
Okay. We're starting. We normally spend a bit more time on the starters since they're fairly popular, and this is the bean.
I like
This
it. I like
just a bean.
I like it. I remember, Tony, we did you know when everyone was doing their tier rankings? That was a trend. We did a starters tier rank, and you put this at F, and it really did offend me.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I do like this pose that it's got since it looks a bit more dynamic. I think it looks pretty cute, but it's just so bean-like. It's just a bean.
Yeah, but bean is like a fun, like it's a nice word. I like beans.
True, but it's.
So I'm gonna give it
I
a
don't know.
5. I love
I
Chicory.
don't know.
It's so cute. Look at it.
It is.
I'm gonna give this Bean a 4. Yeah, I'm on Team Bean.
I think I'm gonna give it a 2. I mean, it's hard to say because it's looking at me so cutely right now, but I just fucking hate Chikorita.
I think. Wait, whilst we're all on the record, what are we giving Fregley?
Frankly, 0.
What type would Fregley be? Would Fregley be like a poison fighting
He'd be a
type?
poison type.
It's gonna be a reoccurring thing throughout the whole episode.
So Roderick would be a fighting type.
He'd be like a dark fighting type,
what would Susan have?
or maybe like a
psychic-
steel fighting
like
type because he's
psychic?
in a metal band.
Maybe. Well, the character Rowley would probably be normal. I'm thinking about Bidoof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
big
well,
Bidoof
then-
energy.
Well, then what's the main character? Is he Greg or something? What's it
Greg.
called?
Greg's got to be like a normal flying type. I don't know why flying. But seems like generic enough that it would have the normal flying type combo that a lot of bird Pokemon have.
Mhm.
Should we move on to Bayleaf?
Yep. Sorry, I was too caught in. I think Bayleaf looks a lot cooler.
Yeah.
I have never seen this Pokemon before.
That's the thing with Bayleaf. Bayleaf and is it Meganium? I'm really bad with Pokemon pronunciations. They're very much similar to me anyway. Like I always get confused about which one comes next. But I'll probably give Bayleaf a 4 just because it's a little bit forgettable. But yeah, it still keeps some of that core design. It's a bit more dynamic. I think Tony, you were going to go and say that.
Yeah, I do like that it has developed from being a bean into this more dinosaur-like design. I will say, not to spoil Meganium or anything, because we'll get onto that next, but I know lots of people, I say lots of people, like a couple, who, because they think Meganium's design is just too feminine, they will just keep their Bayleaf as a Bayleaf forever. And that is a fucking cuck-ass move.
It's pretty sexist, to be honest.
Yeah, Meganium looks fucking sick, and a Bayleaf I'll give it a 4 actually. It's pretty top tier in terms of mid starters.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go for a 4.
Right. Meganium.
Oh, I love it.
Meganium looks really cool.
Like it's the starter that I personally like the most. Like it's the one I'd go for in a playthrough if I wasn't trying to win. But the thing with this Gen 2, which is my favourite gen by the way, because it's got the best Pokemon ever in it, is that I've played through it about 3 times, and I think I picked all 3 starters. Because this is a useless Pokemon. Like it's very bad in the game. But I don't know. It can use like Reflect and Light Screen. I guess it could be that part of your team. I like it a lot. I think I'll give it a 5 just for the nostalgia. But yeah, useless Pokemon.
I will say that as much as I like Meganium's design, there is another Pokemon in the gen that is Pokemon X and Y, where they do
7?
another sort of, I don't fucking know. I think it's Gen 6. Yeah, Gen 6.
Oh yeah, 6.
Where they do another, I forget what the actual name of this dinosaur is. Long Neck Boy.
Ooh.
They do another Long Neck Boy, and it looks way better than Meganium. So sorry, Meganium, you got the short end of the stick there. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. But it does look really cool.
I'm also gonna go for a 4 out of 5.
Alright. One of my absolute favourite starters. Look at how fucking cute it is.
Okay, so
5 out of
Cyndaquil
5.
is the best starter if you actually want to play the game properly. And it's never been like I think it's very cute, but I never like going for the kind of main fire ones that everyone goes for. but I did use it on my most recent playthrough of Gold, and it was very good. And it's very cute. I think I'll go 5 as well. The starters are just the best Pokemon. So yeah, I'll give it a 5.
Okay, Jono.
Never really got the love for Cyndaquil, really. I mean, I'll go for a 3. I think I've just never really actually no. I'll stick with a 4 for this one. I think it's the later ones I don't like as much.
Yeah,
with this
Quilava is just like this is where we get to the awkward middle stage. Like I think it's pretty cool. I'll probably give it a 4 just 'cause it's slightly worse. But
I think the problem with Cyndaquil through to Typhlosion is they are just very samey. Whereas you look at a Pokemon starter like the Blastoise from Squirtle line, they introduce like lots of new elements as it goes on. Not too many, but this is just like it gets slightly bigger and a bit angrier.
There's very
even
little
though I
going
really
on
like it. I'll give Quilava a 3.
Yeah, I'm also going to go for a 3 for this one.
But I think the Typhlosion, who we're getting onto now, Typhlosion is just a beast.
Typhlosion's fucking sick.
Like
the
it's
only
just
problem with
bigger.
Typhlosion is that the 3D models for it in the newer games make him look like fucking trash. But in this sprite, look how fucking sick he is.
He's just ugly.
Yeah, but
He's
I don't know.
mad.
I like the back
I like-
sprite a lot. I think I'll give it a 5. I think Typhlosion's pretty cool. Even though he's just bigger, he's a lot bigger, and you got to appreciate the size of this big boy.
Yeah, I love that he's got like a collar of fucking flame. And he's one of those fighting types that... He's one of the few fighting types that can go... The final forms that can go fucking beast mode, where they just run around on all fours. And I think Typhlosion does that in some of the Pokemon Ranger games, where he just fucking zooms all over the place. He's pretty cool.
What would you give it,
But
Johnny?
bit too simple to get to 5. I'll give him a 4. Jono?
I'm going to give him a 2.
Damn. Alright,
think,
Totodile.
I do
Yeah.
appreciate Pokemon that can learn like the punches. Like my favorite type of Pokemon are Pokemon that stand and have like big circular like white chests. But like also Pokemon that can learn all the punch moves. I do kind of have a soft spot for those, and I think Typhlosion you can run Thunder Punch on, which just gives it a nice bit of coverage. But yeah, I do like it. I like Typhlosion a lot.
Yeah. I think he gets like Lava Plume at some point, which is just a really cool idea. The idea that it just fucking splurts lava everywhere. Totodile, I'm actually kind of confused about Totodile. I think he is cute, but I've never really liked him as much as I liked Cyndaquil. I don't know.
Yeah, it is a bit of a clunky design on this one, but Totodile's always been... I don't know, I feel like I usually always go for the water type, so I have a bias towards the water starters. So I think I'm going to go for a 4 for this one, though it potentially doesn't deserve it, but...
Okay, I'm going to be a fucking shill because I've had all 3 starters, and this is in my opinion the weakest Johto starter, but it is the one I first went for. So my 10-year-old brain was attracted to Totodile for some reason, and I've got the nostalgia for it. And I kind of think it's kind of cute. So I'll give it a 5, even though it's probably not deserving of it, just for the nostalgia.
Okay, I'll give him a 3. What did you give it, Johnny?
A 4.
Alright. In my opinion, the Totodile line goes fucking downhill very quickly. Oh my god, that's not good.
It's
That's
like
bad.
a chubby baby. It's kind of. I think it's a 4. I think it still keeps some of the cuteness. I like a bit of the chub, but it's kind of goofy if we're being honest.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, Croconaw.
And not in like a good goofy, like a Dragonite goofy. It's more of like a goofy than like a goofy.
I feel like it's kind of going for like a Fred Flintstone kind of like camo pattern on it, which he just loses when it becomes for alligator, which is strange.
If it had one less tooth, I'd actually
Yeah,
quite
what's
like
wrong with
this
its
design.
jaw?
But yeah, I'm also gonna I'm gonna stick with a 4 as well.
I'm gonna give it a 2 for alligator.
We're moving on.
Yeah. On for alligator now. Do you
Damn,
score Croconaw?
I gave it 4. I think I'm lagging because I ain't got Feraligator's like face up on my screen.
Oof.
But from memory, I can tell you that Feraligator is pretty sick.
Do you want to exit and
Hey,
join
there
the
it
stream
is.
again quickly?
Yeah, I like Feraligator a lot. Maybe it's just because like you spend a bit of time with the start, the first evolution, and the third, and not much with the second. But yeah, Feraligator's pretty cool. I always, for some reason, thought it had a ground typing. Maybe that's because I'm thinking of Gen 3 with their Swampert. But yeah, I'll give it a 5 just because I spent so much time with my Feraligator, and it can run all like the different Fang type moves. Getting that Ice Fang to completely destroy Lance was a good memory. Destroy those Dragonites that he illegally breeded because there's no way you can get them at that level.
It's really
I first
funny.
came across Feraligator on a Pokemon card, and the drawing of it on that was just really cool, and that's where I started really liking this Pokemon. So yeah, I'm also going for a 5 for the design of this one.
This is one of those Pokemon, and I think Victory Bell also shows this, where you see that they have a 10 character limit on all of the on all of the names. For Alligator, I don't understand why it's like I would not think to make an alligator like bipedal and have such like strange looking arms. Why does it have 4 fingers and a thumb? Very few Pokemon have like actual human hands like that.
It's all the more, things to scratch you with.
It's got very bad posture. You got to respect that it's got the fucking the virgin walk posture. You know.
I don't know. I'm also not a fan of like the strange like armor padding it's got on its body. I'm just not feeling it. I'm giving him a 2.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know. I just never really liked that line that much.
Right. So as like the Gen 2, the biggest Gen 2 fan out of all of us, I want to say that a lot of the kind of equivalent early Pokemon, I mean they are weak, but I think Sentric's kind of fun. Sentric can learn a few HM moves. I think it's a good HM slave in this game, and I think it's a solid 3. You know, it's pretty cute. I like that it can learn Surf. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go for a 3 for this one.
Especially compared to the fact that Sentret takes the place of like fucking Rattata, you know.
Yes.
Sentret is top tier, so I'm giving him a 4. He's really cute. Right? Ferret, one of my favorite Pokemon.
Oh, look at it! I remember Ferret
one of
being
my
kind of
favorite
lame,
Pokemon.
but it's really
5
cute.
out of 5.
Mm.
There's
5 out of 5 for me.
Who's seen the Ferret walk video?
I haven't, no.
Damn. Basically, it's just Ferret walking along and set to I think it's the Driftvale City theme from the Gen 5 games. He just walks along. Because, in the 3D games, they've got all the walking animations, and he just, like, walks along like this long little sausage boy. He's really cute.
So I was totally prepared when you clicked over from Sentret to be like, oh, I don't remember Ferret being that good. But just looking at his face, I can't not give it a high score, so I'll give it a 4. It's pretty cute.
This is another one that I first saw on a card, and was like, oh my god, look at this cute boy, I love him.
He is 1.8 meters tall. Holy fuck.
I mean, I'm guessing that means it's like long.
Yeah,
but it still is quite long.
Yeah, he's still fucking wham. But still, so fucking cuddly. I want one. I want a pet one.
You could get a ferret.
That's true, but it wouldn't be big. It wouldn't be huge.
Give it some hormones.
Did you score it?
I gave it a 4.
Yeah, we've all scored it.
Alright.
So Hoo-Hoo is the sign that you've been playing the game too long where you need to go to bed. He's always been a bit lame for me. I think I'll give it a 2.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like the gimmick that he's like kind of clock-like, I guess. But I don't know. I'm not in love with it. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah, I'm also going 2. But I'm not. That one leg just weirds me out.
I mean, I suppose it's better than just like a regular bird. It's a bit more interesting than just that, but I don't know.
I think this is a clear sign of a Pokemon glow up though, because I think Noctow's pretty cool. I think Noctow's a 3. I like this one. I would never use it in a playthrough. Maybe I'd catch it and just kind of do what everyone does, where you just have like the Red Gyarados, Ampharos, and Typhlosion. and then don't catch any of the good Pokemon. Oh, and then get Dratini right at the end of the game, and then you build the rest of your team in Kanto.
Get Dratini with extreme speed.
Maybe this would just be my flyer, but it's alright. It's a 3.
I'll agree with the 3. It kind of loses a lot of the clock-like design of Hoothoot, but I feel like he's still pretty cool. Like those eyebrows. Yeah, 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go for a 3 out of 5.
Great. Ladybird, an actually cute bug type.
I had no idea this was a flying type, and I completely kind of forgot it existed. So I think I'll have to give it a 2, just because it's completely escaped my memory.
I'm giving him. Actually, I've always kind of liked Ladybird. This line is absolutely useless. Their base stats are so low, but in terms of designs, I think they're pretty neat. I'm giving them a 4.
I'm gonna go 2. I think.
Damn, no one else is a Ladybird fan.
I'm a fan of what it evolves into. No, I think this is pretty cool. I'll give this a 4. I do just prefer Pokemon that like stand up and have stomachs. But I don't know. It's pretty. Even though, as you say, it's useless. It's like I like encountering it. The bug catching contest and stuff. I'll give it a 4.
Does this look like a Mega Man character?
Yeah, but that's kind of sick though, right? It looks like it's wearing a helmet.
Yeah, that's definitely a part of this design I like a lot.
Well, I'll give it. I'll agree with a 4. I don't think I like Ladian as much as I like Ladybird, but still, he looks pretty cute, pretty cool.
I'm gonna stick with a 2.
Damn. Right. Spinnerack.
It's kind of cute. It's pretty harmless though. I'll probably give it a 3.
Yeah, I like that he's got a little face on the back of him, and he is pretty cool as far as bug types go. But I don't know. Maybe this is just I feel like this is going to be a trend where I just keep thinking of Gen 5 Pokemon that are just these designs but way better. But still, he's pretty cool. I'll give him a 3.
I'll also go for 3. Yeah, though it's a bit of a mess of colours.
Yeah.
I know you say what you're going to say, Jim.
Oh, just that it's a mess of colours.
Alright. I was just going to say, Tony, I've just started playing Gen 5 for the first time. So hopefully by the time we come to record Gen 5, I'll have finished the game. So I'll actually know some of the Pokemon.
That's cool. I need to finish the latest 2 gens. I'm way behind.
So Gen 5's the one where they only did new Pokemon, right?
Yeah, in Pokemon Black and White, it was only new Pokemon.
Which is
Black
a really
and White 2
cool
had
idea.
old Pokemon in it. Yeah.
To get to know them. I like Ariados. I'm going to give this a 4. I feel like it's pretty fierce. I remember, even though it's kind of a little bit useless, coming up against one. I think a gym leader has one. Maybe it's the first or second gym leader. Second gym leader. And being like, oh shit. Even though you take it out in like one hit at that point. Still thinking like, oh, this guy looks fierce. So yeah, I'll give it a 4.
I'm going to give it a 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't have much to say about it, I'll be honest. It's not bad, but I just don't like it that much.
I can't. Alright. This.
Crobat.
Okay,
Crobat's
this
sick.
is what you call the fucking blow up. Jesus Christ. Zubat, the most annoying, useless Pokemon. There's just no point to him. Golbat's kind of funny with his big mouth. Turning those shit Pokemon into, like, maybe the best flying type, or one of the best flying types. I love Crobat so much. It's so
Crobat
cool.
is really cool.
It's definitely a 5. Like, it's
He's
a
so
high.
fast
It's one of
as
my
well.
favorite Pokemon.
Just look at that design. Look at how fast that design is. Look at the pure aerodynamicness of everything about him.
Like, it went from Zubat being, like, a useless Pokemon to, like, making Zubat, like, your fucking, like, main flying... Trying to catch as early as possible so you can get Crobat in the team. And also, like, I don't know how it evolved in Gen 2, but it was definitely a friendship evolution in the other gens.
It's one of the harder Pokemon to evolve, really, that you can, like, without trading. Because you've got to... The amount of time you've got to spend with it to, like, get the... Because you've got to get the happiness up to max.
Yeah, befriending a
which can
Pokemon's
be-
quite easy. Just don't knock them out, right? If you just use them a lot and don't let them faint, that often does it quite quick. And also, there's, like, items that do it. There was a really dumb thing in Fire Red and Leaf Green, where if you had a goal battle of max happiness, it would start to evolve into Crobat and then stop, because you hadn't got the Pokedex yet. if you hadn't finished the game. That was really fucking dumb. But yeah, I
really
absolutely love Crobat. I think it's such a. I think it is the best non-legendary flying type. Actually, Dragonite exists. Second best.
Skarmory, I think, is also in this gen. And or is that Gen 3? I don't know.
Maybe it's Gen 3. Maybe.
But still, also really cool. I'm going to give it a 5.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 4.
Harry, what did
you... I like the design, but it's not quite a 5.
I give it 5 twice. It's that good.
Damn. Chinchou is really cute.
Yeah, it's a very cute. I think in Gen 1 I was hating on the water types a lot because there were so many and they're so generic. This is a very solid 3, I think. It's one of the better, more interesting water type Pokemon that they came up with.
I like the idea of just the mixing the like water and electric. They should do more Pokemon designs, just be like, what are two opposite things that are like super effective against each other, and what can I do with that design?
Yeah, I really like the Gen 3 one that's water grass. I like that type combo. But yeah, it's a cool combo, definitely.
Yeah, I would give Chinchou a 4. I just think he's really cute. It's a shame that I never would consider to use him since I don't like Lantern that much. Ready to move on?
For 3. Yeah.
Lantern. Yeah, he looks pretty derpy in this, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I think it's a bad photo. I think there are better photos of Lantern.
Yeah,
so
I think from underneath he looks like he's got a bit of a chub to him. I don't know what his tail is trying to be either.
I'll give it a 3.
And I hate that his eyes just become generic anime eyes.
I'm gonna give it a 4.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I'll say for now.
Okay. Can we just a baby Pokemon a good idea or not?
I don't know. Looking at Pichu, he do be looking kind of cute though.
It's kind of a mistake though. I don't know.
Yeah,
they're just so useless. It's like what's
I don't know what role they serve in the game because they only exist if you really go out of your way to specifically get one. Did you have to breed them right with like the special incense? That's how you get like Munchlax, right?
Yeah. Okay, so
But
I like the Super
point?
Smash Brothers thing. If Pichu is the same as Pikachu, but its moves are stronger but damage it more. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
In the games, it's kind of useless, but it is cute, as you say. I think it's a 3.
I'll give him a 4. I wish there was a reason to not evolve Pokemon, so you could like hang around with Pichu for more, instead of just being like, well, I'll evolve it into Pikachu because it's just stronger and better, you know?
And then evolve it to Raichu because Raichu's better than Pikachu.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm also going to go for a 4.
Right, Clever's pretty cute.
Okay,
I feel like that's gonna be the trend with these baby Pokemon. It's pretty cute.
I in my mind, Igglybuff is the ugly one, but Clever's cute. I'll give it a 3.
I'll give it. Yeah, I think I'll agree with the 3.
Yeah, I'll also go 3.
Because Cleffa gets a bit uglier with turning his Clefairy, but if we go to Igglybuff, it's like, look, Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff, absolute 5s. Igglybuff, 2. It's just I think it works. It doesn't work at all.
This image does have a bit of a demonic quality about it. I do think the later designs are way better.
Yeah, I don't think Igglybuff
I still
turning
appreciate
into
the fact that
Jigglypuff
it is
works
small and round.
It's just wrong. There's something about it. It's got a strange energy. It never felt right to me.
I'm gonna give him a 3.
I'm gonna go for a 4. I don't see anything wrong here.
This Pokemon gargles with fresh water from a clean stream. Same. Togepi.
Oh, this is great. I like Togepi. Being like it hatches from an egg is really cool. It's like the first egg Pokemon I think you get in a lot of the games. I think it's great. I think its type is normal in Gen 2, obviously, not Fairy. This is probably the flying type I'd use in Gen 2, actually, if we're not talking legendaries or Crobat. I think kind of evolving into Togetic was always pretty fun. Yeah, I'll go a solid 4 for Togepi. I like Togepi a lot.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4 as well. always liked that Misty had a little Togepi that was super, super cute. Again, small, round. That's what you really need for a cute little baby Pokemon.
Category Spike Ball. Yeah, I'm also gonna go for.
Spike Ball. Spike Ball. What the fuck?
It's a mace type Pokemon.
do you score it, Jono?
Yeah, I was gave it a 4.
Alright. Togekick. I
like
feel
it. I like
I
it.
don't know.
I'll give it a 4 as well. I think it's this isn't the best photo, but kind of the eggs like hatched a bit more. I like Togekick. I really like it's a bad design, I'll admit, but Togekiss, which is Gen 4 second half, is just a smiley face on a big line. But it's cool. But Togetic, I'll give it a 4. I think it's cool.
I'll give it a 3. I think Togekiss and Togepi are way better.
Yeah, I agree with Tony. I'm also giving it a 3, and yeah, I'm looking forward to its final evolution.
Mm-hmm.
Can you scroll down and give us a little preview of Togekiss? Because I just want to see. Oh, look at it! Look at his smiley face.
Yeah, I feel like Togekiss comes into its own way more. Because I feel like Togepi is like the gimmick is that it's just an egg, right? It's just like just been born, but the fact that it's like that at some point it just stopped at Togetic is like, well, it's still kind of just an egg thing, but you get the payoff of Togekiss, right, in Gen 4, which is sick. You know?
It's one of the few very disjointed evolution cycles where the jump between each one is quite extreme. But I think it kind of works because they keep some thematic element, that they keep the egg part, and like Togepi is like basic kind of proportions, and Togekiss keeps like the flying type, and again the pattern. But yeah, it's a very disjointed cycle.
That it sort of it turns to the color of the eggshell and keeps the pattern of the eggshell.
Yeah. That is kind of. I thought it was the other way around, but yeah, you're right.
That's strange. Maybe it is the egg. The egg gains more power and absorbs the thing within.
Growing around.
Oh, that would be a really funny evolution line. It just gets like more contained.
Right, should we move to the next one?
Let's move on to Natu.
Natu kind of sucks. I'm gonna give it a 2.
I don't know. I kind of like the. I don't. What is it? There's some like Aztec. Yeah, the Aztec kind of design that it's got going on with those strange little symbols in their eye. I think they're pretty strange. Like, I don't know if I'd ever use it, but I don't know. It's pretty. There's something about it. I'll give it a 3.
I've never really got this Pokemon or this line. I'm gonna go for a 2.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Xatu, on the other hand,
I think Xatu's cool. I think they designed Xatu to be a single type, and they were like, shit, let's just make a shit version in Natu, but they just took like the head. Yeah, Xatu for me is a 4. Like, psychic flying is like a really cool combo. And I like a lot of the design elements they're kind of drawing, as you said, with the kind of Aztec design and the symbols on it. I think it's a really cool Pokemon.
Yeah, I love the sort of end-game mythology of Xatu. It stands rooted and still in one spot all day long. People believe that this Pokemon does so out of the fear of the terrible things it has foreseen in the future. Which is really... Yeah, I like when Pokemon goes a bit off the deep end with their Pokemon designs. I love that its wings are like kind of make it look like it's wearing like a what's the word? Like a cloak of some kind. What's the name for a cloak that goes all the way around you? Like what the guy from the spaghetti western films has.
Poncho.
Yeah, like a poncho. And the fact that I don't know if there's an image that will show it, which is a shame, but it's like got like a design on the underneath of its stomach, underneath of its wings when they're like extended that it can show off. Which is pretty cool.
I've never really liked the design of this Pokemon, but I don't know. I was going to give it a 1, but because it is terrified of the future, I'll give it a 2.
It's seen thing.
Right, Tony, do you mind if
I'll give it a
do you mind if
4.
I take the lead of the next three?
Yes, go
Because this,
ahead.
in my mind, is the greatest Pokemon trilogy of all time. Because you start with Mareep, which is already a very cute Pokemon. Like, it's like before we had Wooloo, we had this sheep. You can see a bit of foreshadowing in the tail about what's to come. But I don't know. It's so fluffy. I love its little curly hair. A little electric sheep is already a very cute design. The best is yet to come, obviously. But even Mareep, I think, is a solid 5 out of 5.
I will agree. I love that the whole line is a reference to Blade Runner, the book of Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? I think that's pretty neat.
So
Right.
I'm gonna go for a 4, but I'm not sure if I've seen this line before.
Okay, Johnny, you're in for a treat. Can we move on to Flaffy? Okay, so Flaffy is one of the best Pokemon. If Fluffy didn't evolve again, this would maybe be my favorite Pokemon because it becomes pink first of all, which is fucking awesome. Like its wool moves up its body as it grows, so you kind of have you have it as like a big Santa beard and hair, which is cool. I like that you have the bit of foreshadowing with Ampharos, and this is its middle stage where it just decides to be pink for a bit. So you have the tail, but with like almost different colors. I think, yeah, like it's almost like a shiny Pokemon in the way its colors change. I think Flaffy is great. I love that it goes from like, is it bipedal? It starts on 2 legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a more bipedal design. Obviously, the best Pokemon ever is up next, but Flaffy, an all-time legend. The only thing I don't like about it is that I can't keep it for that long because it evolves quite soon and becomes Ampharos. But you know. If you're going to become Ampharos, you kind of want to do it as soon as possible. So I'll give it a 5.
True. I don't know. Flaffy's probably my least favourite out of the 3, but I do really like the whole 3. I think it's strange that its colour scheme changes so dramatically each one.
It would almost make more sense for it to go to pink to blue, But
yeah, I feel like it wouldn't look as good if it was all blue. But I think it kind of pulls it off in a way. I'm going to give it a 4.
I think I'm going to go for a 3. I'm not feeling this as much as I did Mareep.
Alright. We're ready to move on to Ampharos?
Yeah. Oh my god, look at it. It's so good. It just is the best Pokemon. Because, like, alright, so you go from having a fluffy sheep, which is very cute, and then you get like a bipedal sheep, and you got a bit of fluff, and it's pink. So that's really cool. Okay, so the fluff's gone, so we lost that. But then you get the big white stomach, which is the sign of a good Pokemon. You get the pose, the T pose, the absolute alpha position that Ampharos is going to take. The tail comes back, and you're like, oh shit, this is a signal Pokemon. But okay, so it's a sheep, it's an electric sheep. The Android's Dream of Ampharos. Okay. Now, not only is it a sheep, but it's also a pharaoh, because it's got the tail, it's got the point in its head. It's like an Egyptian pharaoh. That's cool. Not only that, it like runs a lighthouse, and you're like, what the fuck? This Pokemon has so much going on. It's like a lighthouse keeper pharaoh electric sheep. Like, this should not work, but it's so cool and cute at the same time. It's so good. I love it. Absolute 5 out.
Something about its design looks incredibly powerful, while at the same time absolutely keeping like it really minimal. Like a lot of its features are like very, very simple. It's just got little flipper arms.
Yeah, I love the flipper arms
I'm not a fan
because
of like thin necks on Pokemon.
Yeah, but I think the neck really
works
makes it. You kind of like got that like pharaoh like lighthouse combo with the long neck. Although the only problem with it is my stuffed toy of Ampharos, his neck. It just tilts its head constantly because the neck can't support it.
I'm sure if you like opened it up and like inserted something.
Yeah, but I don't want to open it up. I'm not that much.
That's true.
But yeah, the flipper arms, like you said, I think are great because like the whole point of this Pokemon is it's the perfect fusion between being a badass and also being very cute. And the flipper arms look cute, but then when you think about that, with those arms, it can learn like Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, that kind of. I don't think it can learn Ice Punch, but I love that you have the flipper arms that can learn like the fighting type moves as well. So they serve the purpose of like being like really awesome when fighting. and also just looking kind of hopeless and useless. And I think with its face, like it can just it's almost not an eyebrow, but it can just slightly lower its head and look mean, and then raise its head, and then suddenly it's like incredibly adorable.
This is one of those Pokemon that you can do a lot with its facial expressions. You know, like it can. There are other images of Ampharos where it just looks kind of dopey and kind of cute, but this is like, yo, I'm about to fuck shit up. I'm gonna give him a 5.
Because it's not quite a 5 out of 10 design for me. I think there's don't really know what it is, but it's just
Johnny, it's an electric sheep pharaoh that also runs a lighthouse. What more do you need?
It's lost the fact that it's a sheep now. That was
but it's a new animal. It's like a sheep plus. It's like some other higher being.
Introducing Sheep Plus.
$100 a month.
Could you imagine if a company just came out like introducing the Pig 2? It's like a new pig.
It's like a bipedal.
We're finally getting the sequel to the Pig and the Cow. You know, we've waited thousands of years.
It's been a while since we've had some new domesticated animals. You know, we had like Wolf like 10,000 years ago. Come on.
I'll give it a 5 so it can get into the gang, but I don't feel it.
You can give it a 4. I don't mind, Jenny.
Okay, I'll go 4 then. Like it is a good design. I think it's the eye and the mouth really work for me, but I don't know. I'm not so sold on like the flipper arms or like the weirdly shaped legs.
I think for Ampharos it works. But
it's one of 2 Pokemon I have as like a teddy. Because
that was the first time I ever saw this design. Was your little toy version.
Have you ever played Pokemon Gold or Silver?
The version I have, the save game doesn't work, so it just like I've played the first like hour or 2 of it quite a few times.
Because Ampharos is such a must-have in that team.
Yeah,
I just want to say quickly,
he's a lot of fun to have in your team.
Pokemon Crystal is fucking dumb because they should have made the legendary like Celebi. But first they made it fucking Suicune, who's in the games. Like making it Suicune is very dumb. First of all, and then second of all, they made it so you couldn't get that line, the Ampharos line, in Pokemon Crystal. Like, why the fuck would anyone get Pokemon Crystal if you can't get the Ampharos line? It's so dumb. Yeah.
They remove Pokemon when they upgrade to like the weird director's cut spin-off versions. That sucks. What's the point?
I'm gonna go to the toilet. Can you talk about Blossom for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, I mean, I do quite like Blossom's design. I think I like that it's sort of a precursor to the like Hawaiian-inspired designs that come in Gen 7. I think there's like this sort of dancing flower Pokemon. It's really cool. I
do like this design. I think this was
how this works, right? Is it is a split evolution off of Gloom.
If you give it a Sunstone, I think, because definitely it's something I got a Blossom just because I never go for grass types basically, and usually it's because I'm not much of a fan at all of the designs. But when I sort of came across a Blossom, I was like, actually, I'd like to have that one.
Yeah,
so this
is very cute.
This is one of the few grass type Pokemons I've been like, I want this one. I'm gonna have this. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 for that. I think.
I do like the types of split evolutions where they sort of like go off in a strange direction, because Varplume very clearly is drawing from Oddish, right? You can see the body type and the colours sort of match. But the fact that the Gloom to Blossom just jump, that glow up is just like out of nowhere, out of left field. But I think it kind of works. I do hate the fact that I have to choose between Blossom and Varplume, because I do like quite like both of them. But
so, it goes through a goth phase and then is like either just doubles down on
either becomes like a sort of mysterious type, or just incredibly happy-go-lucky, sort of upbeat fucking.
How does it come from that line? I had no idea it evolved from Gloom.
Yeah, it's another one of those alternate third forms split evos.
That kind of makes me like it less, because I thought Blossom was just a cool standalone Pokemon. But I like its skirt. It's having a good time, so I'll give it a 3. But yeah, I had no idea it came from that line.
No, it's Yeah, I think it is if you give it a Sunstone. So I like it. It's basically Gloom is like depressed, and then either it just sort of becomes a nihilist, or you give it antidepressants.
I'll give Blossom a 4. She deserves it. Alright, so is that Blossom scored?
Yeah, it's one of my favourite things with the Pokemon, but a lot of them, apart from like a couple, can be both genders. So you get someone like Blossom, who's typically like codified with like stereotypical kind of female stereotypes, and it can just be like a male Blossom. I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
it kind
I
of
think
was
that-
annoying when you could no longer get male Gardevoirs. Because like I like the fact that it's like this Pokemon is very much codified male or female.
I mean, I
the
suppose
gender.
sometimes it makes sense, right? When you get like Combi evolving into Vespiquen.
Oh yeah,
that
that's cool. Like male
that makes
Combies being
sense.
like incredibly useless. But,
Useless, yeah.
But I do like I like that for the most part Pokemon can be kind of both genders.
Yeah. I do just sort of attach onto the pronoun that I feel most fits it though.
Yeah, I think there's definitely like
Oh,
Pokemon that are like so disgusting they're like
Whoops.
codified completely male. But Mariel's cute. Mariel, I
That was
think
really
it was
cute.
like, isn't it like a balloon Pokemon, which was always
I think
confusing.
it says Life Preserver here.
It's yeah.
I think its Pokedex entry in Gold and Silver originally was like balloon, which kind of came out of nowhere because I thought they'd already done a balloon Pokemon.
Yeah,
With,
that's like
Jigglypuff.
Jigglypuff.
Yeah,
Right?
I've noticed the previous category has been balloon as a type.
Yeah,
This one's Aquamouse.
Mariel's pretty cool. I'll give it a 3. I like its kind of. It's got the round belly, but it's hiding it away.
White.
You know? Show that off, Mariel, and maybe you'll be better.
I'll give it a 4. I quite like this line. It helps that it's pretty powerful as well when it evolves into a Azumarill. But I think it's really cute. I think at some point this was like theorized to be a Pikachu sort of. I don't want to say competitor, but like Pokemon like that, you know.
I can see that. Definitely.
Very cool.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go 5. It's just such a cute little boy.
Very fun. Alright, Azumarill.
Look, I get what they were going for, but it didn't really work. So I'll give it a 2.
Mhm.
Like I get it. It's a cool idea, but it just doesn't really work. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like its weird egg body. Maybe it's it had the circular belly and now it's like a circular fucking crotch. I don't know. I think it's a 2. In principle it's maybe a 4, but no, 2.
I kind of like Azumarill. I feel like this isn't a great photo.
Maybe that's it.
But I'll also give it a 4.
Yeah, I'll go for a 4 as well. I think.
Great. Yeah, it gets huge power, right? Which it like fucking doubles your attack stat. It just turns Azumarill into like a beast. So it's really funny that Azumarill can just like deck things.
Azumarill using fucking running waterfall. Jesus. Right, Sudowoodo. Now this is this generation's Snorlax. And it's a cool idea with the tree, and it turns out to be a Pokemon. And I like that Brock used to have it in some of the anime. I think it was the Gen 3 or 4 anime he had a Sudowoodo. I like Sudowoodo. I always thought it should have been a grass type because it looks like a tree. But
No, Harry, don't you understand the gimmick with Sudowoodo? Is that pseudo as like a suffix means fake. So it is a fake wood. So it's like a fake tree, which is why it's rock type.
But it confused me as a kid, is what I mean. I was
There's
like,
nothing
why is-
grass type about it.
I think it's just those green balls that make it like.
It's
I
got
like-
the Mewtwo hands. I just realised.
I think it's the green balls. As a kid, I was like, it's a grass type. But nah, I do like the, like you say, like it's secretly the rock type. I think I'll give it a 4 just for that. Also,
give
I
it a
like
4.
the name Sudowoodo, and I like how it moves its arms up and down like Sudowoodo. That's great. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll give it a 4. Look at him, he's pretty happy.
I like the name, but not quite the design as much. Like, I like the idea behind it, but I don't know. It kind of weirds me out. Just the actual body of it. Looks like it's got a Diglett head. Anyway, I'm going 3.
Alright, let's move on to Politoed.
Weak ass design.
Frog.
Yeah,
Frog.
one from me.
I mean, it is a less
Oh
boring
no, it's
evolution
definitely a 1. I really don't
than
like it.
Poliwrath, which is just slightly mad at Poliwhirl.
Yeah, but it's funny. He's lost his shit. Whereas Politoed just looks like it looks like a paedophile. Let's be honest. Like, it's definitely a 1.
Pedophile. I think we had Mr. Mime, which was the fucking pedophile Pokemon already.
But
I
Mr.
really
Mime
don't-
looks like at least he would have had an entertaining TV show in the 80s. Politoed is just someone who comes up at the fucking Crown Court you've never heard of who's a paedophile. You know?
I think I'll give it a 2 out of 5. It's not making me want to boil my own blood, but it's not. It doesn't fill me with joy either.
I'm gonna
I
go
feel like
3.
It's got some cuteness to it, but it is also kind of boring and kind of lame.
No, I think it's quite a cute design.
I mean, it is kind of just a frog though,
Yeah.
and I don't like frogs that much, so yeah. All right, Hoppip. This line though, cute.
What is that? Oh my
The
god.
Conweed. It's a little cat thing. I'm giving him a 4.
I'm gonna
Slow.
give it a 2, I think. It's not my favourite.
It's a little fluffy little pink thing that floats around.
I'm also going to for this
It's like,
living
I love,
berry.
I love Hoppip. Look at it. He's a little floaty little boy. He's just so fluffy.
Look, I like
Right.
Skiploom. I like
Skiploom.
this
I'm
one.
not a fan of Skiploom.
Oh no, I don't. I like Jumpluff. Skiploom sucks. Skiploom's a 1. Ew!
Skiploom's
Oh.
beneath the suckage, I'll be honest.
No, this sucks.
Yeah, I'm going 1 as well.
Alright, Jumpluff, if we can move on now. That's the one I like.
I think I might have to also give it a 1. Like, fuck's sake, you're dragging the whole family down here, Skiploom. Jumpluff's cool.
This
though.
is the one I like. This is the one I was
Yeah.
picking. It's not a great photo. But Jumpluff's
Yeah.
decent. I think we'll go give it like a high 3.
No, this is just a hairy testicle Pokemon.
No, it's not. It's a little fluffy boy.
Yeah, he jumps around and he floats. He's blue. Come on. Come on. He's round. He has multiple spheres. I'm giving him a 4.
I had no idea this was a flying type though.
Oh, he floats.
That's news to me.
Harry, haven't you heard? He floats.
Yeah, I should.
Oh, he looks
They
like
fly
he's
now?
floating in that image.
They
to be
fly
fair.
now. Yeah. It's alright.
Alright. Let's move on.
What are you giving him, Harry?
I gave it a 3.
Alright, yeah.
Alright, Apom. So I like the gimmick that in this generation they introduced headbutt. You could headbutt trees. It was very hard to get Heracross because of it, but Apom was one that you'd get quite often, and it kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think it's a good design. But then the anime in like Gen 4, I think Ash had an Apom and then traded it with Dawn, or it was the other way around. And I was like, oh, I was
Something like
invested in this plotline as like a 9-year-old. So I'm gonna give Apom a 3 just because I liked that plotline.
I'm not a fan of monkeys, so I don't like monkeying around that much. But I kind of like the idea of having a hand as a tail. I'll give him a 3.
Yeah, I'll also go 3. Though I enjoy just that smile and the dead eyes.
He is
It's
very
like,
cheeky.
Like, look at him. Like, I mean, it's a bit of a dodgy smile, but I don't know. Hey, Tony, can we scroll down because he's not going to evolve
Yeah.
until a couple of gens? Can we have a little
He
look at
does. He evolves into Ambipom. I appreciate what they were going for, but I feel like they just made it way uglier. Like
A
they
lot of
just
the-
added.
A lot of the Gen 4 finding Pokemon had 2 evolutions and giving them a third one that doesn't quite fit. At least this one fits, but it does kind of suck.
Yeah, I feel like the fingers and the nose, like it kind of didn't really need the weird fringe. I
Terrible
guess that it's got.
fringe, yeah.
Oh god, that's bad.
Let's yeah. We'll hold off on these.
Ugh.
I can't wait till we get to the Gen 4 Pokemon Platinum. We're like, shit, we need more fire types. What fire types can we pull out? Oh, Sunker, I always forget this exists, but it's fun, so I'm going to give it a 3.
I'll give it a 3. This is one of the worst Pokemon in the game, though, in terms of base stats total.
I think that's why I forget it exists.
I'm gonna go 2.
I think he's a little harmless, you know, little smiley little seed pouch.
I think if Gen 1 had too many water types, Gen 2 has too many useless grass and bug types.
Oh, Sunflora.
No.
I like Sunflora. I'm going to give it a 4. I like Sunflora.
I
like its
I like
feet.
the face.
Look at the feet. It's just got like weird white webbed feet. With
I
two toes.
hate this
Everything
part of his
large
body
body.
though.
The body's
It's-
fun. He's putting on a bit of weight. He's
It's
he's a
really
chubby.
blobby and
Like,
off-centered,
I'd be alright with the weight if the neck wasn't so
thin.
horrifying.
Yeah, it's like if it had like a Weeping Bell, not Weeping Bell. What's it called? The first one of that line.
Blossom.
No, the Bellsprout. Yeah, if I had a Bellsprout type body, I'd like Sunflora a lot more. But it's kind of just so blobby. I'm not a fan.
This to me, this is another paedophile Pokemon as far as I'm concerned.
Nah, this is like a fun drunk uncle.
He's a bit too fun, Harry. I'll be honest.
Alright,
He needs to watch where his hands are going.
I'm going 1.
those leaves can't grab at anything. It's a light brush at most.
He's
Wait.
just a fucking Joe Biden type, literally sundowning because it's a sunflower Pokemon.
Can I tell like a really weird anecdote about myself in the middle of this 50-minute Pokemon podcast, and then we'll find it.
Yes.
So I was having a dream last night about the coronavirus, and like it was like a horror dream where someone was chasing me, and then at the end of the dream, someone touched me. Okay, and like in real life, I felt like I'd been touched. So I woke up by swinging my arms from left to right, like I in a sharp motion swung like from like I was on the left side of my bed. I just went whoa, and just swung them all the way around and woke up like sharply, being like, "What the fuck?" Having just batted like a fucking coronavirus person away from me in my dream. Anyway, Sunflora is a 4.
I'm giving it a 2. I at least like the head. But I mean, yeah, that happens in dreams, right? Where if something touches you in your dream or you hear something, your body will like try and incorporate it into the dream, like it's a prompt. I think that's really funny.
I've never woken up from trying to attack something though. Like my body like doing it. It was very weird.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't fucking hit anyone. God.
Yeah. All I hit was my fucking Snorlax that I sleep next to.
No, Snorlax.
Alright, let's move on
He's
to
got a
Yamna.
thick fat ability, he can take it. It was a fire type. I like Yamna. I'm gonna
Yamna's
give
pretty
Yamna
cute.
a 4. Like it's kinda
I
useless.
will agree.
But it's cool. I like it when you have like the Safari Zone Pokemon who like you'll go in there, you'll be like, oh, I'll throw a Safari Ball. Why the fuck not? I'll never use it. And I think Yamna's like the classic example of that.
Yeah, I don't know why they introduced Yanma without a second evolution.
I don't like the second evolution. I don't think it worked. It was again one of those Gen 4 ones I think where they were trying a bit too hard to make it a bit edgy.
We'll see when we get to it, but I'll give Yanma a 4. I think he looks pretty cute. Jono?
I'm gonna go for a 3. This sort of, yeah.
Okay, can I take the lead on these next two as well?
Yes.
Because
Right.
I always forget these two Pokemon exist, but these are some of my favourite Pokemon. Like, I don't know why I forget they exist, but in terms of water types, this might be my favourite water type pair. Wooper, I mean, it's called Wooper, and it's going like, oh! It's got these weird ears that I like. If it didn't have, it would probably be a very boring Pokemon. I like it. I mean, it's about to become the absolute fucking legend. But I'll give Wooper a 4. 4 for foreshadowing what's to come.
I think I really like Wooper. I think he's just so like oblivious.
He's whooping. That's what he does. He whoops.
he just simply be out here vibing, just
I'm
having a
gonna
good
give him a
time.
5.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 5 as well.
All right. I'll give it a 5 as well. I was only saving my 5 for the next one, but I guess I'll give both.
Look at him. Look at
All
him.
right.
He's just like, oh.
Okay, this fucking boy. It's impossible to look at this Pokemon and not just have a massive smile on your face. He's such a joyous, dirty fucking piece of shit. It's just a blob. with
He's
the
shaped like a friend.
yeah,
So
and his little
cute.
arms. I think the 3D model makes it look dumber, which also makes me like it more. It's also quite useful because water ground I think only has a weakness to grass, right? It's a big weakness, but a lot of
It
teams
gets rid
don't
of the
have grass. Yeah, it gets rid of the electric. Like I'd
Hmm.
always run a Quagsire if I wasn't doing the red Gyarados, like a fucking 10-year-old who's like, wow, shiny Pokemon. Yeah, I really love Quagsire. I think if I was to do my dream team of 6, it would definitely get in there. It's the water type, so I'm going to give it the solid 5 out of 5.
I'm also going 5 out of 5.
You know, there's a just in the vein of random tangents. There is someone who does like Eurobeat remixes of songs, and they have Quagsire's like face as their profile picture on like their YouTube and stuff. It's just that little derpy face. I think he looks pretty good when his mouth is closed as well.
Yeah, I think I like it more when his mouth's closed because his smile is just. Yeah, I don't know. It just you can't find a bad picture of Quagsire. It's good from every angle.
Oh, I'm normally if a Pokemon's just kind of blobby and meant to be cute, I only really like it if it's small. But I feel like I'm turning around on Quagsire. I'll give him a 5. Look at him, shaped like a friend.
Okay, Espeon.
Hog. These two Pokemon, the two evolutions, blow the water out of the fucking previous 3. They are both incredible.
They're both great, but if we're being honest, Espeon is a little bit worse. So I'm going to give Espeon a 4, just because. Like I would never have a. I think Espeon's probably more useful in the game to have a Psychic type, but I don't know. I think I'd give it a 4 just because. Why would you play around with your Eevee in the day when if you wait a couple of hours you can have the fucking coolest evolution? 4.
Yeah, it's a shame that Espeon has a really bad shiny, because Umbreon has a fucking sicko mode shiny, and Espeon's is just fucking green. But I love everything about it. Look at those glowing anime eyes. It's got that gem of power, the split tail, the quad ears,
Elegance.
the core. That's his core. Oh man, it just looks like it's just like a cat being a psychic type fits really well for me. I mean, it also fits well with being a dark type. Yeah, I just fucking love both of these Pokemon.
I'm gonna go 5.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go 5. Look at it, Sun Pokemon. Goddamn, Espeon's so fucking cool.
Wait, if we want to talk about 5s, come on, let's keep going.
All right.
Look at it. It's so much cooler. It's so much cooler. It just
Umbreon
is.
is really cool as
Like
well.
Umbreon is like, you know what? Not only it's black and yellow like that Wiz Khalifa song, but it's like, guess what? I'm a dark type. I'm a new type they invented because there was no weakness to psychic type. I'm gonna fucking destroy Espeon in the fight. And also, if you're getting an Umbreon, you've been playing the game late, and you're staying up past your bedtime, and that's why Umbreon he fucks around with the big boys, and he's a true 5 out of 5, comfortably the best evolution.
I'm gonna go 4. I'm not feeling it as much as Espeon.
I really like Umbreon as well. I will also go 5. I think the first 3 evolutions are actually the worst. Like the next 2 that are in Gen 4 and then the one that is in Gen 6 are all great.
I don't like the Sylveon. I think the Gen 4 ones and Umbreon are the only things I'd ever evolve my Eevee to.
But yeah, I'll give this a 5. You kind of do be looking like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Exactly, and that's a good thing, you know.
Yeah,
like, you're reminded of just the absolute badass of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
you're reminded of him, his gun. You know, you're like, oh, if a gun was a Pokemon, it would be Umbreon.
Does have an incredibly strong pose. It looks like it'd fuck you up. And it's shiny. It's like, I think it's blue where the yellow is, like light blue, and it just looks like beast mode. It looks so cool. Yeah, I'll give it a 5. It's fucking cool. Alright, ready to move on?
Yeah. Okay. So Murkrow is one of those very average Pokemon, saved by its awesome evolution, but this isn't in this gem. So right now it's probably a 2.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a 3, just because I like that they did something more than just making it just a bird. Like, it's very clearly like going for like a witch sort of vibe, you know, a little broom tail, a little witch's hat.
Yeah, it is cool. It's just
I feel like they could have made it
almost like a
way
cauldron
cuter.
for the body as well. But
Yeah.
I think it gets more pronounced when that hat just gets fucking massive.
Yeah. We'll save that for Gen 4.
Yeah, no, I'm also going to go for a 2.
So, alright, Slowking
Right.
though.
I love
Slowking.
Slowking. I love
Slowking's
him.
really cool.
Boy.
He's just
Slowking,
like.
let's look at the whole.
Wait, can we scroll
Oh,
down? Okay. So Slowpoke, Slowbro is funny, but okay. So Slowbro is like your stoner, you know. It's, you know, he's just done the weed. He's been given this fucking like thing, and he's just stuck it in his ass because it makes him feel good. Whereas Slowking was like, no, I can shape this into a crown, and he's like, yeah.
Yeah,
guess
Slowking is king shit, confirmed.
I am the king, you know. If you come
Yeah.
for the king, you best not miss. That's why you got to give Slowking the 5 out of 5 he deserves.
Oh man,
I'll also go on 5.
I don't think I will give it a 5, but I do love the gimmick that is like taking this Slowpoke and Slowbro and being like this incredibly derpy like slow line, you know, and just being like, what if it could evolve into a fucking super genius? Because Slowking is one of the Pokemon in the anime that is smart enough to just talk. Like it just like it speaks to Ash at one point. It's like hello, which I really like. I think I'll give it a 4.
If you're giving it a 4, all I'm saying is you best not miss. Because you've come for the king.
I love how the category is royal.
Yeah, it's king shit, man.
I mean, we will have to behead Slowking when the revolution comes. But,
I mean, you can try, but fucking hell. I love that pose, actually. Look at that.
Yeah.
Koi looking over the shoulder.
In those, if you
It's like,
see its big tummy, you're just going to want to rub it, so it's hiding it to assert
It's
dominance.
containing its power level. It's got a core as well, up here.
You got to give +1 to a Pokemon with a core.
Should I give it a 5?
It's up to you. I wouldn't. If you're not feeling a 5, I wouldn't go.
I feel like I'll save it for Pokemon I like way more. But I do like Slowking. It evolves with the King's Rock as well. I want to say that like if Slowbro is like a stoner that just like takes the weed, you know, the cannabis, the devil's lettuce, if you will. Slowking is on the fucking drug from Limitless. Okay, he's like operating at like 9,000 IQ per hour. Anyway. Misdreavus. I think Misdreavus is really cute.
Yeah, I like Misdreavus. I'll probably give it a 4. It's got a nice bit of flowing hair.
I'll give it a 5.
Name.
I love Misdreavus. It's so cute. Oh no, just ruffle it. It's so fluffy.
I'm gonna go for 4. Yeah.
You know what? Some of these Pokemon, I'm like,
spoilers.
Yeah, Mismagius is cool. It's really hard. In Platinum, I remember that Mismagius can just fuck you up with Psybeam. But it's one of those Pokemon that I would never have given a second thought until we're doing this podcast. But now I'm realizing, actually, I do like Misdreavus, even though it can't evolve and it's kind of useless in this game. It's cool. Can we move on to all 26 unknowns?
Yeah, we got to go through them. Rate them all, lads. Rate them all. Wait, there's no drop down there. You need to see all of them.
Yeah. Anyway,
what's your favorite unknown letter, guys? I think mine's unknown. Either O or question mark.
I think my favorite unknown is I, because it looks like a 1, which is what I'm going to give unknown, because it's just a waste of time, really. I
think the gimmick's funny.
It's a cool gimmick, but the Silesian ruins and whatever the Gen 2 one's called, ruins of Aztec, or something like Aztec. Yeah, they were just a waste of time. There was nothing going on in those sections apart from this useless Pokemon that can only use hidden power. I like the idea, but an unknown just annoys me. And where's the K? Come on, where's the K? Nah.
I will give it
1.
I don't know. I feel like in game terms it's really useless and pointless. But just as a design, like especially in the I want to say the Entei Pokemon film, where there are just like streams of unknown that sort of orbit like rings, right? I think that looks really cool. I'll give it a 3.
Yeah.
Wobbuffet.
Okay, so Wobbuffet is just the Wobbuffet is the moment in which you learn that the Pokemon is the tail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
that's
is
what
really
this is.
funny.
It's a really dumb useless Pokemon. I guess it can use a couple of like put up walls and stuff.
Really,
but
really niche moves.
yeah, it's pretty bad. And then you learn that it is the tail, and it's like a dummy. And I like the baby Pokemon it gets. That's one of the few babies I think is genuinely better than the original. I like that it gets lipstick, and I think it's Gen 7 or 8. Yeah, you get the lipstick on one, but I'll give it a 3. I also like it in the anime. Yeah, 3 from me.
I'll give it a 3 as well.
Yeah, I'll also go 3.
Great.
Wow, but
I hope you've all seen Arrival recently, since this is a palindrome Pokemon
that's cool.
that fits with its theme of being a horse, I guess. Maybe a giraffe. Oh, fuck, why did I say horse?
Yeah,
a giraffe on both sides.
It does look like a horsey giraffe. I think the giraffe neck is kind of done a little bit better in like an Ampharos. I feel like this is kind of... I don't like the normal psychic typing. I would have given it a 2, but you saying a couple of those details, Tony, makes me think maybe it's actually a 3. I'll give it for a 3.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done it a bit better, you know. I feel like I like the idea that it has a tail that's just kind of alive and is a chain chomp, and I like the color palette sort of flips. But I know some parts of it feel a little bit busy, you know, just like its nose, its weird little antenna. I mean, I like the gimmick, but I don't like the design, so I'll give it a 2.
I'm gonna go 3. I don't know. If they've made it like a psychic and dark, and it was more like a two-headed thing, where the back
or if it had an
like...
evolution that was like the other head gets bigger, but now it's just this sort of like standalone horse thing. It's like, what are you doing? Pineco, great, just a fucking pine cone with eyes.
I'm not feeling this one, guys.
Yeah, I don't think it's good. I'm going to give it a 2, I think.
I'll also give it a 2. It's
Yeah,
a
I'll also go 2.
bagworm. You can just forget that existed. Fortress. I think it's better.
Guys, Netflix are making a documentary called Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich. They're coming this year.
What are the chances that it's totally like
Pro
paid for
Epstein.
by his pro Epstein? Like, it's just like, man, what a great guy.
Yeah,
It's
I know what
truly
you're
a
trying to
tragedy
say.
that he killed
That it's
himself.
like made by the people who are like in with Epstein, but like the idea that it's just like pro Epstein. They're like, instead of trying to cover themselves up, they're like, actually, we're gonna make him look like a good guy.
It's like the idea that you become rich enough that when you die under like bad circumstances, like a Rube Goldberg machine of like money flows through offshore accounts that goes into some director's pocket, who now has to make a film that's talking about how great you were to like preserve your legacy.
It's just like, God, what was I gonna say? Fuck. No. Anyway, Fortress, the Pokemon, is I think it's really cool. I like it a lot. I like the Bug Steel type combo. I think it genuinely it's a pretty great design. So I'm gonna give it a 4.
I think I'll just give it a 3. It looks pretty powerful, pretty tough, but I'm not in love with it.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
All right.
I did remember what I was gonna say as well. It's like when you watch 13 Reasons Why, and it starts and ends with like, if you're feeling any suicidal thoughts, please contact people. It's like the Epstein documentary starts with like a suicide awareness hotline. And be like,
Oh no.
No, imagine if it's like, if you feel like bringing underage women onto your private jet plane, please call our helpline.
if you appeared
like-
in the Epstein Black Books, please get in touch so we can give you $50 million to make a movie.
You have been affected by any of the events shown.
The Mediate podcast is complicit in the crimes of the Epstein Foundation.
I mean, we all read the
Duns.
Black Books. We all know Ethan was in there.
Oh, that's true. I mean, we do know he idolizes the Wine Meister.
I mean, he's got Lolita on his watch list. I mean, that's sign enough that he decided to throw on there. Dunsparce is pretty cool. I like the gimmick with it evolving, right? Is that in Gen 3?
No?
Oh, what's the one that evolves? Is it Shedinja, that one?
No, I think that one has like a split
Oh,
evolution.
Okay,
path that's
Dunsparce
cool.
does have a gimmick though, right?
I don't know. I don't
I'm-
think it does.
I
think
think
it's just
it's-
useless and
No,
silly.
I think it's one of those Pokemon that it's like a gimmick Pokemon. Like, it's not one with 1 HP, but it's got some form of gimmick around it that makes me think of that.
I don't think it does. I think it just sucks. I think it's just one of those Pokemon that just is trash.
Wait, I want to...
That'd be, I don't. His abilities they don't seem to be do anything special. Just run away and serene grace.
I thought it had a gimmick to it, Dunsparce.
No, it's just dumb. But I kind of like its face though.
Alright, I'll give it a 2. I thought it was better than it actually is. But
Yeah, I'll
obviously-
also give it a 2. I feel like it needs something.
I'm
Right,
also gonna go
right at the
for
moment,
2.
it's just kind of floppy.
So
And
I'm
it's not as
thinking-
bad
Like
as-
one of the more colourful normal types. but
Yeah.
It just makes it, yeah.
I guess I'm thinking of the one that has 1 HP.
Yeah,
can
that
only be-
should injure.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that. Gligar is pretty cool. I'm going to give
Yeah.
Gligar a 3. I like its tongue. It's funny.
I'll give Gligar a 3 as well. Has a cool evolution.
I'll go 3. Do you think I prefer the evolution?
Yeah, evolution is really cool. And also the 1-hit KO move it learns. It's like useless, but it's pretty cool.
It's a guillotine, right?
Yeah.
It goes. Guillotine, Steelix.
As someone who always felt like Onyx should have evolved from Geodude, Steelix kind of came out of nowhere and was like, oh, you've ruined my hopes and dreams. But I like the Steel typing as a concept, and like Onyx becoming Steelix is pretty cool. But Steelix is one of those Pokemon that was just so easy to knock out. It was kind of like you could hit it with anything, and it would kind of be weak. It loses that like rock ground typing that makes Onyx be able to be just murdered by water, but kind of like put up a fight against fire types. And Steelix now being weak to fire, it's kind of weak. I'll give it a 3 just because its face is still kind of scary. But I don't know.
I'll give it. I think I'll give it a 4. I do like it a lot more than Onyx. It does look really fucking pissed off. And there is a very cool gimmick with Steelix in the Pokemon Ranger games, which, for those that don't know, are the games where you have to draw rings around the Pokemon, right?
Oh god,
And
Tony,
Most-
can you make your thumb click on the mic?
it's not that loud. I don't think it will pick up. But
Damn.
yeah, I didn't use a stylus for a while and just wore out all the cartilage in my thumb just going at it with my. But basically, most Pokemon, right? They will use attacks, right, to like disrupt your stylus as you draw the circles. But Steelix is just so fucking big that it has no attacks. It just fucking walks across the screen as this long ass fucking snake, and if you touch it, you take damage, which doesn't happen for any other Pokemon. It's like fucking lethal. So for that, Steelix has been ingrained into my mind as a fucking titan. So I'll give him a 4. Weighs 400 fat kilos.
I'm just gonna go for 3. Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Fair enough. Can I tell you my Snubbull story?
No.
Yes.
So I'm on a plane coming back from New York to, I think it was New York, and then it was going to go to Washington DC and then England, and I'm like 10, and it's like a 2-hour flight, and this is Pokemon Diamond, I want to say, and it's when you get the swarming Pokemon, and I remember like being separated from my family on this flight and catching a Snubbull, and that being my prevalent memory of Snubbull, and being like, this guy fucking sucks.
Yeah, he's kind of trash.
Yeah,
It's
but
kind of real shit, I'll be honest.
it would be funny if I just gave it a 1 now. But I don't know. I think it's grown on me. There's like I like pugs and I like angry dogs. Like dogs that just look dopey and angry. And Snubbull's kind of got this thing where it looks so angry, but its body is so funny. Like, it's so stupid. Like those arms. It's like got the T-Rex arms where it can't do anything.
Yeah.
But I like that it like this like angry thing that wants to be a fighting type has now been branded a fairy type. I think that's very funny. That it so obviously wants to be cool. But it kind of is just harmless. I think it makes me want to give it a 3.
I will give it a 2. I'm not a fan of like the ugly cute kind of vibe. I'm not a fan of bulldogs.
I'm gonna give it a 1.
It's like when Patrick Bateman goes like, oh, I don't like singers. I'm not a fan of all dogs.
Oh, I'm not. There's look diseased. They're like me right now.
God. It's like when you are just Dennis from It's Always Sunny. The gang they start selling cola to like a terrorist group, and then they have to like fix their PR by going on live TV. And Dennis just says that he doesn't like dogs, and then they get in like worse shit than when they were supporting a terrorist group and being a company that's anti-dog. That's this podcast right now.
Well, I like some dogs, but this one just kind of looks not that good. And this one,
okay, this sucks. Okay, that is a 1. This is bad.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
This is a 1 for me.
I think this is also a 1.
Should we just keep going? Because the next one's a quintessential 1 as well. Like, 1. Look at it. It's such a 1.
Qwilfish doesn't even fucking evolve. It just exists to take up space in the universe.
It's so useless.
This is a fucking balloon Pokemon.
Like 1. Obviously a 1.
I swear Qwilfish came up in a conversation we had recently, Harry. I want to see if I can...
I think we were just trying to name like Pokemon that are just like completely irrelevant, maybe.
I like the determination in his eyes. I'm gonna give it a 2.
Oh god, that's the most controversial thing you've done. Is not give Qwilfish one of the worst Pokemon. It's the one it deserves. Its poison typing is like kind of comes out of like I get why they do it.
Well, yeah, because it's lethal.
Pufferfish.
You're not gonna eat it.
You're like Homer in that one really good episode of The Simpsons. That's a good episode. Are either of you gonna get Disney Plus and watch The Simpsons in the wrong aspect ratio?
No.
I don't know. I mean, when they showed off Thanos snapping and cutting the price, I was like, that's really insensitive. I lost my best friends in the blip, so I don't appreciate their sensitivity.
All right, are we ready to move on?
Yeah. I cannot find when we spoke about Qwilfish. But I think it was...
Tony, we have so many free... Like, you probably can't find it, because we do call each other every night and have like a couple of hours chat on Qwilfish.
Huh?
I mean, you probably can't find it because of how often we talk about Qwilfish on the phone to each other. Like, it's like before we go to bed, we just have like a couple of hours analysis on the importance.
Yeah, I'm trying to find one specific Qwilfish convo.
It's like when me and Ethan have 3 or 4 curries where we discuss There Will Be Blood for about 2 hours each. It's that, but we talk about Qwilfish.
I think it was something along the lines of us talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield cutting Pokemon from the Pokédex, and we was like, God, if a Pokemon game does not have fucking Qwilfish in it, I am out. It's something like that.
That's where I draw the line.
Like, I need this fucking being. Does it even have a form where it like inflates? Or is it just constantly that size?
We stopped talking about Qwilfish. Alright.
I feel like it would be really funny if we
Tony, I'll call you up later.
We just have the longest discussion about Qwilfish.
The longer you talk about it, the more I wanted to increase the score.
We're talking about Qwilfish for a longer time than it took Game Freak to design Qwilfish. They just drew a circle and a couple of spikes. It was like, it's a Pokemon. Come on. We got to fill this day.
Alien that is like poking itself out of the arse, you know. That's an alien face.
Oh my god. You do
the longer we look
you are
at
the biggest
Qwilfish.
Qwilfish fan amongst all of us, because I did not notice that.
Can I raise my Qwilfish score to a 5? Just because we talked about it so long. I think it'd be funny.
We've all become Stockholms. Look at his fucking eyes. It's got like the angry anime eyes, but they're like not looking in the same direction.
That determination of like, yeah, fuck, I'm useless, but I'm gonna fuck shit up. Yeah, this is actually moved up to at least a 4 from me.
Like, I like that it's like 2 colours as well. It's just, it's great.
It's the Electrode Voltorb thing of being like, well, we're covered in half the sphere one colour.
And like, you could push its eyes together and it would just like be like one big eye. Look at this fucking mouth. Like,
Oh, it's like a little nipple.
I think this is a good design. I think it just is missing out on having any evolution.
oh, the alien head.
What if it's like Wobbuffet, where the tail is the Pokemon?
It's actually an alien.
Alright, are we fucking moving on from
I
Qwilfish?
can't believe, Tony, we talk about Qwilfish every night and we hadn't noticed that. Okay, Scizor. Now, this is a good Pokemon. Now, this.
Skyzor's
is a
sick.
fi- This is a 5. Definitely.
Skyzor goes
remember.
hard. Look at the little eyes on its claws.
It's like
Look at
it's slightly like a robotic. I like how the bug steel combo. Like
Yeah.
it loses the flying type, which I'm glad about because I don't like Scizor very much. But the steel typing just works so well for it. I think it's never a Pokemon I'd use because bug and steel type for me in my head I'm like I don't know what those types do. I still don't. I think bug's good against psychic, which never made any
Yeah.
sense.
Well,
But
it's
yeah,
because no. All right, there's a cool gimmick to it. Psychic's weak to bug, dark, and I think ghost,
yeah.
because those are all like fears that people have.
Oh shit.
So it's like, oh, you're afraid of bugs, so it gets in your head. So bugs like beat the shit out of you if you have a brain. I really like that they one-upped Scyther. They had like a Pokemon that had knives for hands. We were like, how do we make this cooler? Claws for hands.
Yeah,
It's really
it's
cool.
cool. They're going on that Mr. Krabs design, which I really respect. It's got to be a 5. It has to.
Yeah, 5. What, Johnny? What you giving it?
It's a 4 for me. I just don't like the claws. Like the rest of the design is great and I'm digging it, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of those claws.
Alright. I know we haven't looked at Megas, but I really want to look at Mega Skyzor because they took a 5 out of 5 design. It's like one of the. It's like, how do they keep one-upping themselves? They go from Skythor to Skyzor and then to Mega Skyzor, and it's like even cooler. It's like, how the fuck?
Isn't
do they
there
keep
an
doing it?
electric type in Gen 6 or 7? It's like body armor for Scizor that became a sentient. Or there's like a Scizor in like body armor because it's got the same exact height and weight and the same like shape, but it's like it's called like a different thing.
I think
I mean,
there's
we'll
a
get to
legend
it.
in Gen 5 that is like based off of Kabuto or Kabutops or the final form of that.
Yeah,
line.
yeah, there is that. I thought there was another one for Scizor, but maybe I'm just thinking of it to Mega.
Hmm.
I don't
Well,
know.
let's make anyway. Lads,
Oh my god.
we've had the triple run of incredible Pokemon.
Now you're ready for the sex offender shuckle.
Shuckle. I don't want to know where those tentacles have been. Or what?
God. I mean, the sex offender shuckle is just a 5. I mean, it's very solid. Like, literally.
It is 100% solid. It's impossible to kill.
You'd go to that island, and then you just get given a shuckle. I think it was called, I can't remember what it was called. It had a nickname. I want to say Terry, but I don't know if that is it.
Yeah. And you know what's really fucked up about that? Is that whenever you get given a Pokemon in one of the Pokemon games, they like let you keep it, right? But that
Yeah.
one's like, oh, can you just hang out with my Shuckle for a bit? And if you talk to him again, he just takes the Shuckle back.
Really?
Yeah! He's like, oh, thanks.
You get a level 100 shuckle and accidentally give it away. Yeah, shuckle's fun. Definitely a 5.
I'll give it.
I'm also going 5.
I'll give it just a 3. I don't know. I like that it's like you can sort Pokemon by the highest stats, right? So if you sort by like defense as the highest stats, you get like fucking Deoxys defense form, and then it's Shuckle. And it's like, look at him. He's just invulnerable to damage. He's the mold Pokemon. What the fuck?
I just saw that, yeah. I would.
Oh, it's because okay. It like ferments bodies. It ferments juice inside of its body. Okay, that's kind of neat. That's a cool gimmick. I'll give it. Oh yeah, I'll keep it. I'll keep it as a 3. Shuckle. Heracross is really cool.
Yeah, Heracross has really bad moves in Gen 2 and is very hard to find, but it's really good. It's my favorite fighting type of the gen. I think it's genuinely like a fun design. I don't like bug types too much, but it's one along with Scizor that I would actually kind of consider using. I think Heracross is great. apart from the fact it's always quite hard to find because there's always a gimmick. It's always like headbutting or honey or it's always something stupid. But Heracross, apart from the double weakness to flying, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that they are doing. I think Heracross is the start of making fighting types that aren't just a human with muscles. You know, like I like that they started that trend because it looks fucking strong, but it's not just a fucking martial artist. I'll give him a 4.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go 4.
Yeah, look at those cute little eyes. Sneasel. It's okay.
Sneasel evolves into a very viable Pokemon. Like, I think Dark Ice is a really cool combo.
Yeah.
I think Sneasel is lacking that evolution to make it a little bit more powerful than it needs to be. I think it's one of those things where it didn't have the physical special split yet, in terms of attack moves, which just kind of made it like useless. But in principle, I always want to use an ice type, so I'll give Sneasel a 4, knowing that Weavile's going to come up in Gen 4, who I'm a big fan of Weavile.
I'll give it a 3. I like the off-centered ear.
Yeah, no, I have a, I don't know, I have a particular like for ice types. Even though, my god, look at all those weaknesses. There was, there was one gen where I was like, I might just try do like a kind of a gym leader thing of like all my Pokemon are ice types and something else. But yeah.
Alright, let's go on to Teddiursa. Teddiursa is really cute.
Yeah, cute says a. Oh, I think it's probably a 3. It gets to a 3 in cuteness, but it's nothing special. It's kind of foreshadowing that psychic type Pokemon from Gen 3 on its forehead. But yeah.
Yeah. I'm also gonna go 3.
No, I kind of like teddy bears. I feel like when a Pokemon is just an animal, it really just comes down to how much I like that animal. But you know, it's got a little moon. I'll give him a 4. Like Sunny. Ursaring, eh.
I like the circle. Like it's it's basically like it's just a Sonic fan. Ursaring, I like that it's got like, you know when you have like a leather jacket and sometimes you get like the strands.
Oh yeah,
of
it's
leather?
got those little ruffles.
It's got that on its shoulder. It's just a bear, just kind of fun. I'll give it a 3. It's probably like a 2, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah,
I'll also go 3. I like how this is the second Pokemon in this generation where they're just like, what should we do? Let's just put some fucking circles on it.
I don't know. I feel like because there are such cooler bear Pokemon out there, whereas this is literally just a bear. It's not even.
They do this again, but with polar bears for a later
yeah,
generation.
and I feel like the polar bear version is like, well, these polar bears are like kind of cool, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'll give it just a 3. And I'll forget about it.
You all ever heard of the Pokemon Slugma? Slugma fucking balls!
Fuck off!
Just for Slugma balls, I gotta give it a 4.
Slugma's such a fucking...
Slugma balls! Guys, help! What is this Pokemon?
Fuck.
It's such a good meme.
Look.
It's like did you hear that Ronald Reagan has Ligma? Who's Ronald Reagan? Ligma balls. Yeah, Slugma's a 4.
Slugma's... I think he's kind of... There's something cute about him, even though he is just a blob.
I'm gonna
3.
give Slugma a 4. I like the design of just like, it's all, I mean, it's magma, but it's just like, it's just fire basically. It's sentient fire.
He'd just be slugging.
Slugma balls. Alright, this next one.
Yeah,
it's just, I don't know. It's just,
go fuck yourself.
it's just Slugma at worst, so it's probably a 3.
Fucking 2.
I'll go 3. Yeah.
Okay, we should probably start speeding up as well. Swine up, cute, 3.
Yeah, 3. Yeah, it's kind of forgettable. Fast wine.
Yeah, three's
Why is it
across the
so
board.
lumpy? Why is it so lumpy though? Like what
I
the
kind
fuck
of
is
like
going
that
on with
it has eyes that you can't see. I'll also give it a 3. It's very long.
I'll give it 2.
I'll go 4. I like this one. It's been in my party before.
Corsola's really cute.
Corsola is very cute. It's kind of useless but cute, so I'll give it a 3.
I think I'll agree with 3. It's cool when it gets a new version. Guys,
Yeah,
another
threes across the board.
Absolute 1.
absolutely powerful Pokemon. It sucks so much because this
It's-
evolves into Octillery, right? And I'm just gonna show Octillery so that I can explain the joke or explain the point. But basically, the idea of why the fuck does a fish evolve into an octopus, right? How it used to work is in the original designs of both Remoraid and Octillery, is Remoraid was like shaped like a revolver. So if you look at like the pattern on its back and like its mouth, that it was originally like really like a gun, and it had like a fucking trigger and everything. And Octillery, like its wheels cut, its tentacles turned around, and it kind of had like wheels and looked a lot like a tank. And so that kind of gimmick makes a lot more sense than Remoraid just being a fucking regular fish. 1.
Oh yeah, I can see the original design now. That's cool. But yeah, 1. Definitely.
Jono?
Yeah, I'll go 1.
Fucking Octillery. Octillery's kind of cool though.
Octillery's a 3, I think.
Yeah,
I always like the mouth because, like, if you imagine a move like Bullet Seed or something coming out of like an Octillery, it always looks like Ichi. I think the tank-like design is cooler, but yeah, 3.
Well, I'm gonna go 2.
Fair enough.
Okay, Delibird is one of those Pokemon that I could get on board if it had like a better meme around it, but because it's not memed that much, it just is bad.
Yeah.
2.
Its meme is that it has a move called, I think, Present, which just like either heals you or does damage. It's like, well, that's just useless. What's the point? What are you doing here?
2. Definitely.
Kind of like that it's Santa themed, but it's just another one of those like Dunsparce-esque one stage useless Pokemon that don't even look that good. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah, I was gonna go 2.
Mantine. Oh fuck, Remoraid again. No.
Wait, what?
Give it-
Remoraid is part of Mana? What?
Yeah, that's how it evolves from Mantike. Spoilers. But you have Remoraid in your party, and it just absorbs it.
Oh, that makes me like it a lot less. I'll give it a 3 because some versions of it don't just have a fucking Remoraid under its arm.
Yeah, that's really strange. Like it works more with Slowbro because the shelter is like very clearly like a separate thing, whereas this is just next to a Remoraid. I'll give it a 3.
Actually, okay, so Manatine is a 2 and Remoraid is a 1. So together they make a 3. There you go.
All right,
I'll also go 3.
guys. Fucking
Oh,
beast.
It is a Gen
Beast.
2.
It is in Gen 2.
I'll give Skarmory a
Still flying.
4. It's a
Still
4 for
flying.
me.
What a cool flying type.
I'll go 4.
I'll give
wish
it
it
a
had
5.
evolution.
I think the idea of just a metal bird just going around at incredibly high speeds reminds me of what's it called, Songbird from Bioshock Infinite, except from good games.
Remember Bioshock Infinite?
God.
You
In
quite
the
liked
lighthouse,
it.
in the lighthouse, there is an Ampharos.
Yeah, Skarmory. Steven's first Pokemon, I think, in Gen 3. It always gave me trouble.
I like that that because this Pokemon exists, the move Metal Wing exists, which gives basically every flying type cool steel type coverage, which is also neat. I'll give him a 5.
Yeah, that is good.
But yeah, just look at him. Look at him. So fast, so lethal, so sharp. And,
Houndour is kind of... I think Houndoom is cool, but Houndour's got a bit lame. I'll give it a 2.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like it. I think it's better than Snubble at least. So I'll give him a 3.
So I'm gonna go 4. It's one of the... Yeah, I like it.
It's pretty friendly.
I enjoy the
Doom.
dark fire combination.
Houndoom is cool. Houndoom's got the horns, and that's why it's awesome.
It's another alien.
Yeah, it's got an alien
Oh
core.
my god, yeah.
I will go 5 for Houndoom.
Ooh. I'll give it just a 3. I think it looks pretty strong, and I like the whole demon thing it's got going for it.
Yeah, the Devil Tail's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I remember I gave Seadra a 1, and then I didn't actually remember Kingdra existed, but Kingdra's kind of cool. I think Kingdra's a 3.
sick. I'll give him a 4.
It makes just like trying to wipe out dragon types. You know when you're fighting a dragon type trainer, and in this generation it'd be Lance, and you just spam ice type moves.
Yeah.
Suddenly Kingdra would like fuck that up.
Yeah.
He'd be unless you
thought,
have a
bitch.
dragon type move, because Fairy didn't exist then. It's pretty much impossible to get super effective.
So really, before Fairy type existed, you would have to run a dragon type against it.
But I'd always just try and hit. I just try and like hit it with like an electric type Pokemon that had like. It's not going to get super effective damage, but if it was strong enough, it could take it out in 2 hits. That's kind of how I used to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it's pretty cool. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah, I'll also go 4.
I like that it finishes off the line nicely.
Gets that dragon typing, which really saves it, I think. I like this one.
Fappy's
He's
really
fun.
cute.
I'm gonna give him
Little
a
fun
4.
little elephant. Nice and friendly. I'll give him a 4.
I'm gonna go 3. It's just kind of there.
I don't know. I feel like the light blue and orange is a cool contrast. Very friendly. And I'm not normally a fan of the armor pads that Pokemon have, but I feel like it kind of helps the design stand out a little bit. Harry, did you score it?
I gave it a 4 as well. I'll give Don Fan of a 3.
I agree.
It's not
Kinda
my
looks like a tire.
favorite, but it's okay. I never use it. I'm not a big. I never really have a ground type unless it's like fucking what's his face from Gen 4, Gimbal, that one, good Garchomp. That's like the only ground type I ever really use. But Don Fan's okay.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
I'll go 4 actually for this one. Yeah.
Can we get to Porygon? Oh, I'm not a Porygon fan. I think this is better than the first one because it doesn't look shit. But I think this is a 2. I don't understand Porygon. I'm too dumb. You need to be quite a high Q to appreciate Porygon.
I like that it's a higher Porygon count, so it's smoother than the original Porygon, which is very funny.
I prefer the rough version. I think.
Yeah, I think Porygon Z comes back and saves it.
I like Porygon Z. That's the first one I'd say I'd actually like.
I think I would give this one a 3.
Yeah, I'll also go 3.
Stanler sucks.
1. I forgot it existed. It's such a forgettable Pokemon.
Bad.
Yeah. Let's
Bad
go
boy.
once
Look
across the
at
board.
that big inflated fucking organ it has at the back of its body. So that's
Alright.
tail.
Let's move on.
I don't want to think about what that is.
Okay, we're getting onto just these single evolution normal types. This at least has a little gimmick to it, so I'll give it.
Yeah, I'll give him a 3. I like his little French berry hat. Very friendly.
Yeah, I'll go 3.
Okay, I really don't. No. I don't like having the Hitmons, which were good standalone Pokemon. I don't like bringing Tyrogue in. I don't like Hitmontop. I'm going to give it a 1 on principle.
Wait, so before Tyrogue, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan were not related in any way?
No, they were just 2 separate Pokemon that you'd get
That's really
gifted, one or the
strange.
other. I really like so for me, in my head, that's the way it's always been. Hitmontop and Tyrogue just don't... I don't like them. I don't. I think it kind of ruins the line, actually. Well, it makes it a line where it wasn't before. So
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah, I'll also go 2.
It's like a worse version of Machop, and I don't even like Machop that much.
I think Hitmontop was like... I like it slightly more. I think I'll give it a 2. I like that you have to have it like attack and defense balanced, right? But yeah, 2.
Yeah, I'll agree with 2. I'm not a massive fan.
Yeah, I'll go with 2 as well.
Yeah, we really got to speed up because I think we're going to go
Right.
longer in this one than we
Right.
did in Gen 1.
I think there
One.
aren't that many.
God.
It's related to
What
Jing.
is this?
Ooh,
1.
this might be the only baby Pokemon I don't like. 1, yeah. Ooh.
Do you want to give us a score so we can move on?
No, I give it a 1.
Okay, cool.
Elekid, yeah.
I like Elekid. I like Elekid a lot. I think Electabuzz is my friend, and Elekid. I love We don't get it as much because we have different plugs, but its head looks like the plug socket. I think that's fun. I don't like Magby so much, but Elekid for me is actually a 4. I really like this Pokemon.
Oh, I'll give it. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of its shape.
I like
It's
this
not really-
entire line, actually. I think this entire line's a lot of fun.
I'm not really. I don't know. It's not really cute enough to be a baby Pokemon. Just
I'm gonna give it a 2.
Yeah, I'll go with 2 as well.
See,
Magpie,
Magpie for me is weak.
Ooh.
Magpie is weak. This is a 2.
Ooh. 1.
I'll go 2.
Oh my god. Whitney's Miltank. What a
PTSD
fucking
flashbacks
legend.
already.
I'll give it a 4 just because of the PTSD. But Miltank's fun.
Lads, speaking of paedophile Pokemons, its sweet milk is enjoyed by children and grown-ups alike. Wait, people who can't drink milk turn it into yogurt and eat it instead.
What? That's
I don't
not
think
how-
people who are lactose intolerant can eat yogurt. I don't think that's a thing, is it? Is it?
I don't think
Oh
so.
my god, its category is milk cow. I'm going.
cow!
I'm going 2. This is an affront.
It's like the milk steak.
Guys, it gives over 5 gallons of milk on a daily basis. It's like being deceived.
What are you giving it, Tony?
I'll give it. You know, I don't know. I'll give it a 4. I'll give
Tony?
it a 4.
I don't want to wreck on Pokemon scores, but I remember when I gave Chansey a 5, I was like, there's no way Blissey... I didn't really remember Blissey. I was like, Chansey's great. But Blissey is, like, I forgot how fun Blissey is. I'm glad Chansey evolves, because Blissey is just lovely. Blissey's also a 5.
Yeah, this is really great. 5.
I'd go 3 with this one. I think I'm not really
I think
feeling
the gimmick with
weird
Blissey
break.
is that it just has so much health. So it is just like, it's really funny in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, right?
Oh, but it
they
takes
had-
forever for the
Yeah,
bars to go
they-
down.
the bars go down really slowly. So when Blissey has like full health and you somehow one-shot it, it's like, it takes like 30 seconds. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, but let's just...
Category
let's-
But yeah,
happiness.
very, very friendly Pokemon. Raikou sick. Raikou
Alright.
is really cool.
I never knew how to pronounce this, but
Look at
I
those-
do
look at
like
those
its
patterns.
design. These roaming dogs weren't as good as the birds, in my opinion. I'll probably give this a 4.
Yeah, I'll agree with 4.
I'll go 3. It's just too busy, this design for
I
me.
don't know, I
so
kinda
round-
like it.
round the head.
I like his teeth. His teeth really stand out for me as
Yeah.
being what
It's
makes
just
it
a
kind
sick
of...
ass
There's-
saber tooth running
Strong
around.
There's good ideas there, but there's just too much.
That's fair.
I feel like it kind of works. It kind of pulls it all together into this lethal thing. Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs makes a big deal out of this trilogy of Pokemon because you like can summon them, right, and then you ride around on them. And so I think Raikou's one is it can just jump really far. You just run around the map at the speed of sound. It's really cool.
Sure.
Entei's-
Entei's the weakest. Weakest for me.
Mm.
I give it a 3.
Yeah, I give it a 3 as well.
Yeah, I'll also go 3.
I do
Right.
like the gimmick that whenever it roars, just a volcano erupts somewhere in the world. That's pretty funny.
So you just use the move roll like 10 times in that.
Just destroy the world.
Suicune's
Suicune's really cool.
Suicune should never have been the box legendary for Crystal, but I do like it. I'll give it a 4 just because I think it's a little bit overrated for the 5. But yeah, it's kind of cool.
I'm going 5.
Yeah, I think I might also have to give it a 5. I really like the head crest it's got going on. I didn't think I would, but just it's quite imposing, and the color is really nicely balanced between all the purples and light greens. And it's definitely like, I get that it's such a flowy design. I totally get why it's a water type, but it's not something I wouldn't assume to make a Pokemon like this if I were to make a water type. It's very cool. I love the ribbons. Yeah, I'll give it a 5.
Why is Larvitar after the legendary?
I guess.
Oh, that's bonkers because this isn't a legendary at all.
Well, yeah, but it's. I guess it's the like the Dragonite equivalent of that line that's like as powerful as legendary is.
But it's also a rock ground, so that's like twice susceptible to water, right? So it's
Yeah,
basically
and grass.
useless. Basically useless for its
Oh,
weaknesses. But Larvitar, I think, is very cool. I'll give it a 4.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't like
I'll
the-
I'll give it a
3.
4.
Yeah, the middle evolution for me is weak, but I think Larvitar is a 4.
Jono?
Yeah, I'm going 3. I think.
Pupitar? Yeah.
This is probably a 2 for me actually. I really don't like power changes.
I'll
for
agree.
contests.
I'll agree.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'll also go 2. It's just looks like a steel version of fucking whatever the Caterpie Metapod.
Metapod, yeah,
Mm.
it does. I think that's what they're going for, but yeah, I don't like it.
yeah. I'm not a fan of like the cocoon middle forms. Tyranitar,
Now this is an alpha Pokemon.
he does look like Godzilla.
Gets that dark typing, which kind of already makes it like a. I mean, it gives it more weaknesses actually, but I like Tyranitar a lot.
All those weaknesses.
I'll probably give it a 4 just because I don't think I've ever used one. But yeah, I think it's great.
I'll go 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that it is just so. It does have like a very striking pose to it. Just it does look like it goes on a rampage and just
Okay, so-
destroys everything. I'll give it.
Is
I'll give it a
Lugia
4.
a
Yeah.
flying psychic or water psychic?
Lugia is, without looking, it is a psychic flying. That is
Sure.
my guess. Anyone? Any more for any more?
I don't know. This is
Yeah,
not my
yeah.
Pokemon.
Psychic
Okay.
flying.
I always felt, because Ho was fire flying, that Lugia should have been water flying, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. The psychic typing always confused me. As someone who went for Heart Gold, I actually think Lugia is better than Ho-Ho. I'll give Lugia actually I'll give it a 4 because its hands are kind of dumb. It's like got big hands. It's like come here. I'll give it a 4. Although I think it's like it's got like they've somehow managed to make it look like it has very smooth kind of skin, which I like.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I don't like those big hands.
I don't know. I kind of like that they are hand/wings. I feel like it. I feel like it kind of works. Because there are images of it where it like goes more wing-like and more bird-like. I do not fucking know where the psychic type comes from for the life of me. Especially since is so like, oh, it chooses to live under the sea and it's the diving Pokemon.
I thought it was a water type for so long.
It learns a lot of water type moves, but fucking hell, just nope, psychic type. Fuck you.
Okay, Ho-Oh I think is weaker, but I think it's
Yeah.
I like the majesty of it. It feels more legendary to me. I'll give it a 4 as well.
I'll go 4. Yeah.
I'll give it just a 3. I think it's better than Moltres when it comes to like Phoenix-like designs, but it's still not great.
Sure.
Celebi, super cute. And final Pokemon we're gonna review.
Okay.
I really like the legendary that is the cute little floaty one that they throw in every gen. And
It's
Celebi
amazing.
also has a really cool shiny as well, where it's pink instead of green.
So it's exactly they added exactly 100 Pokemon, and it's taken us longer to get through these than it did.
Well, we
the
did have a
51
lot.
extras.
I mean, a lot of that extra time was
Qwilfish.
Qwilfish, of course. You know,
Yeah.
we got to give him his due diligence.
So I don't love Mew, and Celebi always felt like they were trying to do Mew again. I like the time travel event that they added in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I thought that was really cool. I kind of wish Celebi was the crystal Pokemon. I wish that was actually that. I've never really liked the event legendary that you can't really catch. It's kind of like small and cute and weak. And the Psychic Grass, I don't know about Celebi. I think I'll give it a 3 probably. Even though I admit maybe it is probably a 4 on paper. I just have something against it.
I don't know. I think it's really cute. I'm giving it a 5. Although I will say, of all the Pokemon to retcon to being psychic, to being fairy type, why not this one? Does not need psychic type. Does
Think
not
about
need
grass type legendaries. That's just weird, like Shaman, and I don't know. I don't like the grass type legendary in general. Think about grass that just shouldn't be legendary.
it. It's too common.
Yeah. I get the other ones, but yeah, for me, Celebi's not the best Pokemon to end this on.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Well, that is all of them then. Thank you for watching. We will join you next time. Wait. And we will start off with Trico and do all the Gen 3.
Whoop, whoop. It's my time. By the way, we only had 2 Pokemon to get the 15 out of 15 score from this generation.
I think Gen 2, for being my favourite gen, it's mainly for the gameplay and the fact that the 8 gyms in Gen 2, I think it's my favourite region to explore, but the 8 gyms are different types, and then you go back to Kanto. That's mostly the reason I love it. I've got to admit, Pokemon selection, they really do. Because I think for me anyway, I often see Gold and Silver as more of an expansion pack kind of thing, whereas they added 100 extras and they let you go back to the original gen. So I felt like it kind of complemented and filled in the gaps of the original 151. So as just a standalone set of Pokemon, I have to admit it is quite weak. But the highs of it, we're talking Ampharos here, mostly just Ampharos, are so high that I think it makes the gen still kind of solid. But yeah, I see why we didn't get as many 15s.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. There's still some greats in there, and I feel like there are also less Pokemon that are just like absolute trash tier.
That is true. I guess Gen 1 filled out that quota. And Gen 3, which kind of, I think, was not like a reboot, but it tried to do that thing where you don't really meet many Gen 1 and 2 Pokemon in it. I think that kind of has a lot of more trash Pokemon. Especially water types.
Well, alright. Well, I think that's where we'll leave it then, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see you next time.
Qwilfish.
Goodbye, Qwilfish fans.